Fake radio was good. We're back. We're back. We're here with a very special guest.
Hello.
Many of you know who this is, but if you don't, introduce yourself.
My name is Jilliana.
Jilliana.
Singer-songwriter from upstate New York.
Rochester.
585.
585.
Yeah.
Shout out. So we met at Arlena's birthday party.
Yes.
A little less than a year ago.
Yes.
I think I knew who you were because I listened to the Carpool Creature Mode. Which one was it? Velocity.
Yes.
So I knew who, but I don't think, because when I met you, I tried to like find like your songs, and I don't think there were any.
No, I doubt it.
But now there were.
But now there are.
So you grew up in upstate New York.
Mm-hmm.
Did you always wanted to be a music person?
Man, well, when I was a kid and people would ask me like, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, I would say like things like nurse and like teacher, because I knew that's what people wanted to hear.
Yeah.
But really the dream was to be a fairy princess. I think we've achieved it.
For real.
I think we got it.
So you always wanted to be a fairy princess. What media garden, what inspired?
Honestly,
what created that?
I've been a writer kind of like all my life, and I remember in the second grade we would have like our creative writing time.
Yeah.
And I would write literal chapter books about a fairy princess, of course, me.
Yeah.
I've just always been writing. So now that's what I do, like singer, songwriter.
Yep.
I think it translates. Pretty well.
It translates. Are there like fairy gardens in Rochester, New York?
Hell no.
No? Oh, see, cause there was this woman. Shout out Mrs. Benjamin. Shout out Mrs. I never shout you out on the podcast. I don't think you're listening. Shout out Mrs. Benjamin.
Mrs. Benjamin.
But she used to have like a giant fairy garden, and people would just go see it. People would just be like, "Damn, time to go see the fairy garden." Yeah.
That's a dream.
Damn. But you always wrote about fairies. Did you read like Artemis Fowl? Were you?
Oh yeah, Artemis Fowl.
Yeah.
I read there were like fairy books. Oh my God, I really liked like Pixie Hollow.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. All of like the lore, the magic behind it. Cool stuff. Good stuff.
Cool. Fire. And then so when did you start, like, did you sing in like school? Were you in like choir and stuff?
Yeah. I mean, music. So the first instrument I played was violin.
Yeah. You played violin?
In preschool and kindergarten.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine how my family dealt with me practicing that every day, like a tiny little, like a 5-year-old trying to play the violin. That's sawing away at it.
Because I played violin, but I didn't start till I was 6.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Do you remember any of it? Okay.
No, I do. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
No,
yeah.
I don't remember any of it.
You were 4 and 5 playing violin.
And then
that's crazy.
In the second grade, I started playing the flute, and I was too small, so they had to get me like a special flute where the head, like the mouthpiece, was like curved in to make it shorter. So I had like a weird fucked up flute that I would play.
Yeah.
And everyone would always be like, "Oh my God." Singing I guess kind of started around 2nd, 3rd grade.
Yep.
What inspired it is, those children who just like can sing like crazy.
Yeah.
And you're like, this isn't for you. You're like, you don't take. I'm like 25 and you're singing better than me. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of those girls on the bus, and she would always sing, and I always wanted to be able to make people feel the way she made me feel. That was what inspired it.
Yeah.
Was I wanted to put like stars in people's eyes the same way that she did to me. And so I came home that day after school, after listening to her sing, and I was like, Mommy, I'm gonna sing. And I probably sang her some shitty ass And she was like, okay, honey, you know, that's
Yeah.
really great.
Uh-huh.
So I did like chorus and stuff, couple
Mm-hmm.
competitions. I was on the worship team at my church.
Right.
I carried. I really
Yeah,
did.
for real.
I taught myself guitar
Mm-hmm.
at like 11-ish.
Okay, so you've been playing guitar since you were 11?
Yeah, I've been
Word.
playing guitar for a long time.
Word.
Not that you would be able to tell by how I play it, but I've been playing it for a long time.
Self-taught guitarist.
And yeah, I don't know. It was hard because upstate New York is not a place for creatives, or at least
No.
the kind of creative I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So I never really thought of music as anything really viable.
Uh-huh.
It was more of a hobby.
Yeah.
Did some competitions, some shows in college.
Yeah.
And then I came out here, and then suddenly music was a viable thing for me,
Real
which
shit.
was shocking.
Real shit. Yeah. No. Okay. And did you come out here for music, or did you just come out here just to...
Nah. I came out here because first of all, I needed to get out of upstate New York.
Yeah.
And also the job that I was working was headquartered out here. I was working it remotely.
Oh, okay.
So I was just like,
Yeah.
I'll just come out here. Why not?
Uh-huh. Cool. And then, so you were on the Creature Mode tapes. Uh-huh.
I met Jordan first.
Yeah.
And he really plugged me into everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really grateful that he was probably one of the first people I met in LA, because he's also probably one of the first people who really genuinely believed in me and was like, you can do the music thing. Let's do it.
Yeah. So then, are you like in the studio with him doing the like vocals for the Creature Mode albums, or?
Yeah, we started out doing jams, and we have so much music in the vault.
Uh-huh.
Just from what we were recording the first couple months, honestly, the first year that we knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to be featured on some songs just to add in some vocal flair.
Yep.
But now we have our kind of more collaborative projects coming out, where we kind of have equal weight in the song, which is fun.
Yep. And your first song was Hardwire. That's still my favorite
Thank
song.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the best one.
It's incredibly personal to me.
Mm-hmm. And so that was like your first song that you like wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I came out here,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe that I could be a songwriter, honestly, because writing to music is, for me, so much harder than just writing. And I really struggled with it for a long time. This was one of the first songs that I wrote here in LA, and I played it for Jordan, and I was like, make something out of it, basically. And he did.
There we go. And was that you playing guitar on that song?
Hell no. Hell no. You'll never catch my guitar playing recorded.
That's Jordan?
Yeah.
Got you. Word. But so that you just wrote that in LA, that got you, and then you did Ozone Layer.
And then Ozone Layer came out. I wanted to shoot like really cool visuals for it and stuff. Did Sorted come out before that?
Nah.
I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I think it did.
Maybe.
Actually.
Maybe.
I think it did.
Sorted was really very, very fun and interesting. Because we were just cooking up, me and Nigel and Jordan, and they started working on a beat, and then they were like, we wrote some stuff. They'd put the headphones on, and then they'd take them off after they were done recording. And I was like, holy shit, I need to be on this.
Yeah.
This is something. And so we recorded all our stuff. That night we went out, shot the music video for it.
Yep.
had everything mixed and mastered within 48 hours, released it soon after. Now we're still doing stuff with it. We made a live version of it, which is very cool and fun. And it is also secretly a mashup of Sorted and my song Lock Screen.
Lock Screen. There we go. Lock Screen. That song is stuck in my head all the time. What's the story behind that song?
Honestly, Lock Screen, I was having a really tough bout of writer's block.
Got you.
And really Jordan made the beat and played it for me, and it was enough to rev up the I was gonna say rev up the juices, but that's disgusting. That's disgusting. But it was it was enough to get me writing something catchy and fun, which is, you know, I will admit a lot of my songs are a little a little depressing, but this was like probably one of my first like really more fun songs.
Right, no, it is a fun song. Yeah. And you also have Frying Pan.
Frying Pan also came out. I released them kind of as an A-side, B-side.
Right.
Where Out of the Frying Pan, I had to explain this to my friends. Out of the Frying Pan is a reference to the phrase out of the frying pan into the fire.
Right.
Meaning, you know, going from a bad situation to a worse one. That song's basically about like, you know, I'm not gonna chase anybody. I always say it's inspired by my mom, who also inspired Future when he wrote the line, "Chase a check, never chase a bitch."
For real.
Because you shouldn't be chasing. If you have to chase them, they're not for you.
For real. If you have to, that's real.
If you have to beg for them to love you, they're not for you.
For real. That's true. Word. So who are your like main inspirations in the? I know you like Melanie Martinez.
I do. I like Melanie Martinez. Along those lines, you know, like Ash Nico. I've been really loving King Mala's stuff recently.
Okay.
Their new album is really good. I like Upsall. Unfortunately, most of the people I'm listing are quirked up white girls.
You know what?
But you know,
that's okay.
That's the upstate New York in me talking.
Okay.
I love a quirked up white girl.
Yo, shout out to quirked up white girls.
Hell yeah.
I do live with one, so I have to.
Hell
I
yeah.
have to show them love.
Honestly, like growing up, it's hard because I feel like most people are inspired by what they listened to growing up.
Right.
What I listened to growing up was 70s, 80s, 90s soft rock, Christian rock,
right,
and country music. So that's all I listened to.
Yeah.
And I can't say I'm very inspired by it, but I do think vocally, I do take on some of those stylistic choices just because that's what I grew up on.
And then when you started listening to like quirked up white girls, was that like a rebel against the music that you like kind of were listening to, or was that just kind of like the evolution?
I think honestly it was just the evolution. Because now I was listening to Lana Del Rey early on. I was listening to Lorde early on.
Yep.
I don't know. I guess I really always have been wanting to occupy the alt pop space.
There we go. And you know, as you mentioned, summer music's a little sad, a little depressing.
A little.
Did you have like an emo phase?
I never went too deep into it. You know, I'd stop by Hot Topic at the mall.
Right.
You know,
Right,
I'd stop by.
Yeah. Goddamn.
I'd stop by and, you know, like sift through the pins. You know how they have that huge thing of pins? But the furthest I got was like Sleeping with Sirens, Pierce the Veil kind of thing.
My ex loved Pierce the Veil, and I hated it.
Oh, wow.
No.
Well,
No.
Sleeping with Sirens was for me.
Okay.
Was for me. And then like
Cool.
also more of the kind of like emo rock, like
Yeah.
Mayday Parade, All Time Low.
Okay.
Those kinds.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was leaning more towards those than like the screamo type of thing.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Word. Word. But you acted, right?
Yeah, I mean, my
Uh-huh.
this is a hilarious story. My first
Are
ever
you gonna tell that
acting
story?
role
You said,
of
was
me
that
in
your first
second
ever?
grade.
Oh, no. Okay.
No, of me
No.
in No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about second
Second
grade.
grade.
Every year, the second graders would put on Squanto's First Thanksgiving,
Oh shit.
and all of the parents would come
Uh-huh.
and watch the second graders
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
Squanto's First Thanksgiving. And I remember Mrs. Taylor
Yeah.
took me aside,
Mm-hmm.
and she basically said, "You are the only person I can trust to be Squanto. All of the like guys in this
Yeah.
class, all of the boys in this
Mhm.
class are too fucking stupid. They can't memorize all the lines. You are the only person in this class capable of being Squanto, the Native American man."
And that's how you know. And that's how you know you're gifted, is when your teacher.
So if you can imagine
Mhm.
a small
Mhm.
Asian girl,
Yeah. Uh huh.
very high pitched voice,
Yeah.
talking about putting fish with the corn seeds.
Yeah. I don't remember anything about Squanto.
Listen, I nailed it.
I'm sure you
Listen,
did.
I had those lines memorized,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it was great.
Word.
That was my first ever acting role. Thanks, Mrs. Taylor.
Shout out Mrs. Taylor. Better than my first acting role, Goldilocks in Law and Order Fairy Tale Unit.
Oh my God. Why did we did, God, what was it called? It was like 12 Angry Pigs instead of 12 Angry Men. And it was supposed to be I think it was supposed to be like the Big Bad Wolf type of thing.
Yeah.
Why is that a trend? Why are there two
I don't know.
legal
I don't know.
interpretations
I don't
of
know.
fairy tales for
It
children?
was kind of. It was. Well, I mean, there's a lot of legal interpretations because there's like Fable, the comic book.
Uh-huh.
Shout out. I love that. I
Sure.
used to read Fable
Sure.
a lot. But yeah, I don't know.
You
there
were
are a lot of-
Goldilocks?
Yeah, because
I
Yeah.
understand that.
actually it was originally I was gonna be the spoon, and my bro. I'm not gonna say his name because he won't, but he's been on the show before. My bro was gonna be like the spork or like the plate or something, and then the girl who was gonna be Goldilocks, who I think actually lives in LA now. I should hit her up.
Oh, wow.
The girl who was gonna play Goldilocks, she had to like drop out, so then I was Goldilocks, and then Clutch, cause the spoon and the fork and the plate, whatever it was, that got cut. So it was good, cause
Yeah. Thank God.
yeah, I needed my time to shine as
And did.
Goldilocks, and I did. So that was shout out to that.
Look at us. Look at us challenging gender roles.
But so were you like a theater kid after your second grade performance?
I will never ever identify as a theater kid.
Good.
Ever.
Good.
Um
Thank you.
I was a person who participated
Yes.
in theater,
Exactly.
but never a theater kid. Don't
Yeah.
ever put that on me.
No. Yeah. Word. Fire. Word. So here at Fake Radio, we have a game. Choose one artist who you know in real life, who you haven't done a song with or worked with, who you want to work with, and then someone like dream. Then another one
Who
that's
I
like a dream
know?
collaboration. Yeah.
Someone who I'm in cahoots with.
Yes.
I have yet to work on something with Mr. Jaden Dante Gear.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I just know that when we do, it's gonna be crazy.
For real.
But we just gotta we just gotta find a time that our schedules overlap.
Actually,
to be honest.
High key. There's a song on the Adamir mixtape that Jaden, he's not on it, but he produced it. But I was saying to Adamir, I was like, we should get like a Jilly intro.
Damn.
A Jilly intro.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Word. All right, so Jaden, that's a good one. Jaden and Jilly. Mm-hmm. Every time Mary's like, who are you with? I'm like, I'm with Jaden, Jordan, Jilly. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
All
no, I do
Jadens.
know.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I do know.
And then someone you dream collab, someone you don't know. Who you would love to
Dream
work with.
collab. Dream collab. Honestly, and I don't think this is too far-fetched. But I have been listening to an artist, Yoshi Flower, for a long time.
Okay.
And he does some really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked his last project. I honestly don't think it's that far out of reach for me to collab with him.
Okay.
But I think it'd be really cool. Is he spans a lot of genres.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very distinct sort of vibe.
Yeah. Cool. They're a Yoshi Flower. What kind of vibe? I've never heard of him.
Oh man. Well, his early stuff was more like electronic.
Yeah.
But his latest project is very acoustic.
Yeah.
And the singles he was dropping before this album came out were very more kind of rock.
Okay.
Which I liked. A lot more focused on like the guitar.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does cool stuff.
Cool. Well, Jilly, incredible live performer too. Every time I see her, I'm like,
thank you.
She knows what she's.
Thank you.
You're not a theater kid, but you have theater kid tendencies, and because anyone I know who's a theater kid is automatically 10 times better than because they got the stage presence.
That's true.
You can tell.
That's true.
But great live performer, and also first performer at the first ever Fake Friends event.
Which was a hit.
Incredible.
A hit.
That was a hit.
And you need to come to all of the ones following because this one was you.
You have to.
Because this one was a hit.
That one was crazy. This is gonna be the first first episode posted since
Wow.
Fake Friends Volume 1. Because I needed to because the one person who has not been on the podcast, who was on the Fake Friends needs. But that was also great covers. Great
you.
Covers. What's your favorite song to cover?
Oh man, my go-to is "Work Song" by Hozier.
That's a good one. Yeah, that is a good song. No, and you did SZA at the Fake
I did
Friends show?
SZA.
Yeah.
I redid a song. I originally had practiced and performed it for a showcase at my old college. But it was COVID time, so what they did was have us record a video and then send it in.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that I have anxiety.
Right.
So I sat there for several hours for multiple days in a row trying to record that video, but it's like, I can do it better. I can do it better.
Yeah.
So I sat there for hours and hours re-recording this.
Yeah.
And then it didn't even turn out how I wanted. So I was like, I need to redeem myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. But incredible. What is there like a specific inspiration other than just like vibes that you do, like the teardrops when you perform live?
Oh man. The teardrops? I don't know. I think it leans into the fairy vibe.
Yeah.
I just also wanted a signature look.
For
I
real.
do that for every performance.
Yeah.
I guess it is cuz like I'm sad but I'm like cool about it. Like I'm sad but I make it palatable.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
There we go. That's cool. And then what's next for Jilliana?
Oh
What's the
man.
album coming?
Oh
Shows coming? EP?
wow. Oh
What
wow.
are we trying
Well,
to do?
there's a single coming soon.
Okay.
There's a single coming soon.
Uh huh.
Honestly,
Oh wait, is it the single? Oh, this will probably be out before.
you think
This will
so? 627.
627. This will depends on how much
We'll figure it out.
editing I can do
We'll figure it out.
during wedding era. But this will
That's true.
This will probably be out.
That's
before
true.
Then. This will probably
627.
627.
Bruised up.
Bruised up.
Coming out. But honestly, last year,
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan and I have enough in the vault to make an album. So last year, I had said I want to drop an album by the end of the year. And then the year ended.
Oh, okay.
And now we're in this year.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, I want to drop an album before the end of the year, but we're halfway through June. We're halfway through June. So hopefully I will be able to get an album out. I mean, I have the title and everything. I have a bunch of tracks ready for it.
I need a Jilliana, like, just full experience. No skips.
Yeah.
Just all flowing.
It's going to be called Narcissist Admiring Herself in the LA River.
Wait, that's actually like a phenomenal, that's a really good title.
Thank you.
All right, this is going to be a good.
Thank you.
All produced by Jordan, or we
And
should say
a little bit,
Ken
and a
Danger.
little
We
Ken
keep
Danger.
calling him Jordan,
All
but
produced by Ken Danger and a little bit by Renzo Starr.
Okay.
And possibly a Jaden joint. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. Other than like, who's another producer that you would like love to work with, other than those three?
I mean, Cautious Clay
Okay.
is he does some really unbelievable things with his music, and so does John Bellion, especially with the new project out. He is doing crazy experimental things that are really working.
Yeah.
And I love that. Be dope to work with either one of those.
Yes. Word. Well, Jilliana, shout out for pulling up. Shout out, always hella supportive. Always. Hella supportive.
Oh yeah.
My stuff, Adamir's stuff.
You have to.
Always.
You have to.
Hella supportive.
Community.
Shout out. It's usually I don't. Usually I have like a rule. When I started doing video, I had like a rule of I was only gonna do people who like have projects out to interview, because like sometimes people would just be like, I have a single out, it's good, and I'd be like, well, what the fuck? But see, we're tight enough that like transcended that rule, because like, you know what I'm saying, we had to get the fake Radio Jilly interview.
Yes,
People have been asking for it.
Oh shit.
So we had to get it out.
Oh shit.
Shout out Jilly. Free Palestine. Shout out Jimmy K Feds and the Squeeze Squad. Bruised Up. Bruised Up, by the way, if this comes out before it comes out after, I can say one of the best songs. If you like the last song that Adamir was on, you're going to love this one. The next one's even better, in my opinion. And people have been loving the last one like crazy.
Yeah.
So listen to that. But Rax Kills, Jilly, we out.